What's going on, car guys and car gals? Welcome back to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast, where we are brewing solutions live at DC20. I'm Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Cardlin, subprime hero.
And we are excited to have these superstars right here with us, doing a little bit of review on your call from Call Review. Our friends Nick and Zach. Everybody, make sure that you make them welcome. Drop a coffee cup emoji, maybe a couple of hand claps, but we're going to give them some high fives. Welcome to the party, everybody.
Stole it. No, that's perfect. One more. This that didn't pop.
We were so far away. Let's go.
Right there. So we are here. Popping hand high fives. Really cutting glass. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep having some fun. But no, seriously, Call Review, great company. You know, it's been inside a lot of the groups that we work with, and we love being able to use that tool to be able to, really help our team get better. Really listen to what they're doing. I always believe you have to go to the tape. You have to go to the film, the game film, and really pay attention to what you said, how you said it, and what they said to you to get better. We're going to make mistakes, but if we listen to it and we try to do different next time, all we can do is get better. So you guys provide a great tool to be able to do that, be able to pull up information quickly. I love what you have. Zach is no, stranger to our show, so it's good to have you back on the show again. Yes. Nick, this is your first time on Car Guy Coffee? I'm exact. Love being everyone's first. Excited. It's my We're having a good time here today. Welcome to the party, Nick. I'm excited, but no, seriously, you guys represent a great company, and you guys represent it very well. So congratulations, DC20. This isn't your first one.
Yeah.
So how's this one going for you so far?
I think this has been probably our best event so far.
Yeah.
Been able to present. Yesterday was awesome, and just give me a lot of insight to where Call Review is going. I mean, 10 years ago we were one product, and now we're a 9-product solution that can be a holistic solution for the whole automotive group. So it's a really cool place and a great place to be at right now. So
yes. First time he spoke at DC20, and honestly, I didn't realize that until you said that.
I feel like you speak every time
because you always
speak to us.
Yeah, well, you're always here. We've had you in front of our camera, but also you're always involved. You don't just sit there and just stand in the corner. You're always making things happen. You're listening. I felt like you've been presenting this whole time, and you're just a gentleman, brother. I gotta say. Seriously, really good dude. My wife has met this guy. My wife gives him the 2 thumbs up too. He's like, man, just a really good guy. So I appreciate you, Nick. It's good to get to know you. You're hilarious. Got to tell you that. I appreciate your energy, brother, and I can't wait to get to know you more and more. Speaking of that,
looking forward.
Tell everybody a little bit about your history.
My history. I'm not from the automotive world. I come from
what world are you from?
It's true. I come from the insurance world and human resources, hospital administration, all real exciting stuff. Not nearly as cool as automotive, which all my life I've been trying to get into the automotive vertical and do something with cars. And finally, at the later stage in the autumn of my life, I finally hit.
Brother, you're right. At the right time.
Yes.
But all that I'm hearing there, at the end of the day, for all of you, it's never too late. Never too late. Come on in. We take all kinds. Can you just see? But we do want to make sure that you do know that it's a wide open gate. And I gotta ask, because that's something that we take to heart very, very, very deep. Is whether or not people want to see this as an inviting place for them to grow, for them to flourish, for them to be fulfilled. What was it that was so enthralling to you about automotive that kept you wanting?
Cars.
Just cars.
Cars. I'm in my late 50s, and I own 42 cars, which is a pretty big number. Which is it's like evens out, and I've always had a passion for cars, and I've always wanted to sell cars. I really never did it, but this is kind of adjacent to selling cars. Kind of get to talk to a lot of cool people who do sell cars. I get to spend time at car dealerships, which I love, and it's a lot of fun. And I work with great people. I get to work with a guy like Zach, who's just amazing and really represents our country, our country, and our company.
He's a good American.
He's a good American. Our country and our company as good as anyone I've seen. And he is beloved in the world of, where are we? DriveCentric. No, what is it?
Same thing. You know what, Steve? You deserve that because you say coffee car guys.
That's all.
That's what you get. I'm gonna start saying that. Drive with live. I say that to you, Steve, because you do us. All right. So anyway, I love that. No, but seriously, you're right. well known. He's got a great reputation. But you're with him, so honestly, by osmosis, you have one too.
Yeah.
So that gets me excited to get to know you. You know, for one, the way you just spoke there made me laugh 2 times, and that just lets you know the type of personality you have, folks. You know, that's what's going on at Call Review. They're bringing people in.
Yes.
You know, this isn't robotic. This isn't any of that. These are people who care about what you're doing. They bring personality with it. And if you're looking for a really good company to team up with and have a few laughs with, they're not taking it too serious to the point where you get things done, but you can have a laugh about things too, because you're going to have to when you listen to some phone calls. I promise. We were just listening to a live one out here a moment ago, and they called into a store, and this guy fumbled the ball so bad.
He was going.
I gotta say, he said just like
He
this.
was
He was
going
getting the
to
number. He said all this, the vehicle, and this was like a vehicle they knew wasn't on a lot. And he goes, "Hey, if I don't call you back, that means we don't have it."
We don't have it. You'll never hear from me again. Like,
I was like, what's going on? So that's the type of calls that you need to hear. Dealers, GMs, sales managers, you got to know that cannot happen.
I think I didn't buy a car from him.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and you can never sell a car to that person. If, for example, I just want to say this: if you have a vehicle on your lot and it sells, that person calls in and says, "Is that vehicle still here?" And it's not. They're never going to be able to buy that vehicle, but they're going to buy a vehicle. And guess what? You have tons of inventory to be able to show them and present them options on. So make sure that you show options. That's the key. Never say no. Say, "Hey, I have great options. Is this the only type of vehicle you want?" We can go all day about it, but review these things. Get better. Call a review. They'll help you out with that. I promise you. Very quick. Matter of fact, it'll give you alerts if things aren't being done, said. It's pretty amazing. You know, the technology's open. You said 9 different things going on in there. So I'm just barely scraping what's happening over at Call Review right now.
Yeah. One of the main things we are pouring a lot of time into is training. And I think that's the last piece. You talked about, you know, we don't have the card, and I didn't call you back, right? Mm-hmm. And so how do we help that person get better? How do we continue to help those people that are maybe not great on the phone get better? And so we're really putting a lot of time into Test Track, which is our AI training tool that helps people get really better on the phones. And it's a training tool where it's batting case style, where they can actually take real challenges versus AI that's ever changing every time. Mm-hmm. And it's actually challenges you can create as a certified solutionary or even a GM or a manager or a BDC manager, which is pretty cool. So
that's awesome, because there is, depending on what store you go to and what the culture is inside of the area, how certain people talk. Exactly. It's important that you pay attention to the dialect of your people. And each brand has a dialect, right? Yeah. Things that are specific that you want to speak about and talk about. And if you start to get in sync with it and program your people, not really programming your people, but it's a reprogramming of your people in the way that they speak. And the only way that they do it habitually is they first do it with a little bit of discipline and a bit of guidance. Kyle, again, did a great job out there speaking, but he did a great job for you all to watch again on the show. He did it inside of the show. It was live. Go back, watch Kyle Disher's edition from this DC20. But he just spoke about it out there, about having the guide. But you all help to also make sure you give the data on what's actually been said when it needs to be said. And some of that stuff you can see without having to listen to every single call. You can tell if the stats are actually hitting. We worked with one of the groups that you guys are plugged in with out there in California. And one of the biggest things that we were doing was helping to train to make sure just the word appointment was said multiple times in the right sequence to be able to be heard. And you help to measure that kind of data to let us know, hey, this is effective with these people, and this is not effective with these people. What kind of other challenges or situations do you think you're going to be able to program the AI to be able to talk about or train them?
Well, one of the things that the AI is doing now is called Call Coach. And it's actually real-time feedback on live phone calls. And so it actually gives area of improvement. It gives you where you should focus at next, and then bold strategy to finish the call. And so it's actually real time. It goes right into the call reviews, and it's actually real time coaching outside of the managers that are super busy already, but now it's going to get real feedback.
And salespeople are afraid to let their manager hear it. And really, they're awkward when we go into these stores all across the country, and then we'll sit down with a salesperson and sit there and making the phone call, and we're right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little awkward, just like it is for their manager. We're strangers in a way, but they're with their manager. It's even awkward for the manager to be like, go. You know what I mean? And then just let them do their thing. It's interesting to watch that, but that coaching is necessary.
Yes.
But if you put the AI isn't going to make you feel that awkward. It's just going to give you data. It's actually probably going to be programmed to be nice to you. Might even say, hey, great job when you had a sucky call. Great job. Try it this way next time, right? It's very creative in the way it talks, I'm sure. But that is, I can even feel where that's relieving to people to be able to say, oh, okay, well, yeah, grade me on this call. And you're not really, somebody's going to say, man, you're an idiot. You know what I mean? You know what you're doing, kid?
Yeah, and it pulls, it gives you, we have a term in New York, I'll try to clean it up. It's called poop sandwich, where you give like, you say a nice thing, and then you say the thing you really wanted to say, and then you say another nice thing. So it kind of works like that when you read through the call coach summary. It points out the positive things that you did in the call, tells you what you did wrong, and then it says, we can do better next time. So
Yeah, I also think that helps managers too, because sometimes they don't always have time to listen to the phone calls. So if you have a summary, you have an AI call coach, and then you have a transcription, they could go through that call really quickly, see how bad it was, or see just the areas of improvement it needs to be at, and then quickly get with that salesperson and say, hey, here's some things that I think you should do. So it's not only supporting the salesperson, it's also supporting the managers and more coaching too. So
because if they're not inspecting it, they don't know it's getting done. And the truth is, they're working all day. And,
correct.
Reviewing the calls is hard to do.
It is. Well, I think, and this is real talk, I think that a lot of the leaders are just scared to know that their team's not that good. So they're scared to actually listen to it sometimes, or take that away. What Lou was saying, sitting there by their salesperson and hearing, because they just want to hope. You know what? I'm going to just assume you can do it because that makes it feel a little bit more better. Because really, at the end of the day, if your team is deficient, it's you that's deficient. You're not giving them all the nutrients and the vitamins that they need, which is training, real tools, really sitting down and making sure that you're being held accountable for what they say on the phone. So why call review is so important for you. Like for you leaders who don't want to sit in front of somebody, call review will help you be able to do that. But yet it'll give you courage to go sit with them. And it's neat that the salesperson can grade their call. And then if they really feel courage, hey, look, I'm really close. I need some more help here. Then they can go to their leader, and leader can sit down with them. So it's a good way to be able to give people different options of how they want to be trained and what they need to be trained on. That's pretty dope. I like that. I didn't know that you could actually grade yourself. So I think that's pretty neat. I would love that for myself. I would have totally been one of those guys. Every time I got a call, I got to see how much better I could be at this. Why did I suck? I laugh at myself and then do better, or I could be like, that stuff. I got an A+ on that one.
And I want to test our scripting and the wordplay and the words that we use and we teach and we train. I want to try it against the app and see what the app actually says.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually.
And we can cut down a lot. You're talking about managers. They don't want to really know how people are doing because then that increases turnover, right?
It does.
So what we have is a thing called RecruitTrack that we use the same system for, that if you're thinking about hiring someone and you're not sure if they're the right person, you can send them challenges to complete before they get hired.
That I love.
So you're now cutting down on a lot of the people that maybe should
I love
be
everything.
selling.
That I love as a person who wants to have, because I'm not hiring. These days we can't just hire on personality. We got to hire on people who can actually be effective and efficient on things that are a little bit different, such as being able to be more efficient on the phone, talk, do tracks on that, and so being able to send them some challenges to see if they can even make it to get past level 1. If I can get past level 1, that means you can come over here. We can start teaching you the level. But if you can't get past level 1, well, maybe we need to look at a different type of position for you, or this isn't a good fit for you.
We know that there's something to build on if you can get past it.
Yeah, exactly. Because you got to at least have these basic functions, and if you can't have those, then it's hard to teach this at the level I want. You will turn over because you're going to feel behind, right? Instead of being right where you need to be. And I think that's where we fall short a lot. Is that one? Even if we don't, for one, two things. One, we don't train enough. But if you do enough training, you're training at a wrong pace for everybody. Everybody trains differently, and they have to understand that not everybody's going to go from here to here in 2 weeks. Some people may take 30 days.
Right.
And you got to be okay with that, but they at least have to be able to have these essential things. And if they can get there, we know we can get them there. So I love that. So that's pretty neat for recruiting purposes. I don't know why not everybody in the country is not using that.
They don't know yet. They don't know yet.
You don't even have to be a call review customer on the analytics or the phone side to have either of those products. You can
That's
be
even cooler.
you can be anybody's provider and still reach out to us and want to know more about Test Track and RecruitTrack. So
please tell people how to do that.
yeah, you can reach out to myself or Nick Cardlin at Zac Kircher at callreview.com, or what's your email?
Nick Cardlin at callreview.com.
That's simple.
Yeah.
And it's not just automotive. We're power sports.
Yes.
Harley dealers are super popular now in our book of business. So
Oh, wow.
we're out there for you. If it's got wheels or does something sort of floaty,
It's got a motor on
if
it.
it's got a motor on it.
But if it's making a
This is why I like Nick, guys. I'm telling you, my guy. This is what I'm talking about.
I love that.
We'll help you sell it. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You know, in a perfect world, you could stop time and listen to every phone call, right? And then figure out who's doing the best job. You can't, but
No.
we can.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And
Call us.
I love that. You can't, but we can. Call us.
That's right.
Mic drop.
Yeah, sounds good.
Now, Nick, man, I appreciate you. Welcome to the Car Guy Coffee
Thanks,
alumni.
guys.
Now
I
you're
love
part
it.
of the
I love
crew.
that, baby.
You know,
Very
one
cool.
thing we do want to tell you guys is that what we love about Car Review and what we love about you both is that we believe that you are 100%. We know they're 100% CGC approved. Both these guys and Car Review. Check them out. Make sure you guys get out there. Welcome to the party, brother. But before we get out of here, we always like to do these things and drop F-bombs. I know you guys witnessed it yesterday, what
Yeah.
F-bombs are, but these are the F-bombs that don't offend the moms.
That's right.
We believe you have to forgive, focus, fly in order to keep growing in life. So let's do it all together really quick and let's run this out.
Hands on the shoulders. 1, 2, 3.
Forgive, focus,
Focus.
fly, and keep growing, keep growing.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We are live with Drive, or we are driving with Live.
That's it.
Having a great time over here at DC20. The headquarters of DriveCentric is buzzing with an event that's about to come to a close, but these incredible individuals are still dropping it like it's hot. Thank you so much for tuning in. You've been listening to Nick and Zach from Call Review. Have a good one. We will see you soon. A little bit more to brew. Yeah. Appreciate you
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
Let's